New York has never had a 3-0 lead in the conference finals, but Jalen Brunson and the Knicks can do just that
Patrick,
tonight.
you were playing too?
The headliner in the Game 2 double-digit win was Josh Hart, a career playoff high with 26. Now Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs head home, where they're 6-1 in these playoffs. Can James Harden and company break through and make this a series? It's Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Good Saturday evening, y'all. Welcome to NBA Tip-Off, presented by AT&T here on ESPN. Game 3 is a half hour away, and you'll see it on ABC. We're in Studio J in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson with Charles, with Kenny, and with Draymond Green.
Special guest.
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
He's sitting in for Shaquille O'Neal tonight. It's another graduation for Shaq, but this time not his own.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this time it's for Shakir, his son, out at Sacramento State.
Shakir, congratulations, my man.
Yes, sir.
And the big fella will be back
If he goes to every kid graduation, he could miss the entire playoffs. Got a lot of kids.
He'll be back for the post-game show inside the NBA later tonight. I'm just running right past that.
We'll see you at Game 7 of the finals, Shaq.
or 2028.
Yeah.
You might see him in 2028.
You know what's great? I love it when a guest comes in to be on the show and brings his own video.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we got video?
Yeah. Draymond brought this in.
They've beaten you 5 straight over 3 seasons. Running clock. Draymond down the lane to dunk it down! Exclamation point! And he went night-night himself! He's doing the night-night all the way down the floor.
Carries it with him wherever he goes, right?
Absolutely.
Those were nice uniforms.
But I like those uniforms.
Yeah,
those
I
are old
like
city throwbacks.
Yeah.
Chuck, you was never dunking like that.
What? Dunking like that.
Oh, you tripping now. Now you tripping.
Hey, which one was the
Hey, wait. You were dumping like that, like your tip in the league when you were like on the decline.
Hey, like in Houston?
Hey, what is? Which one was that?
That was the first championship.
First one?
Yeah.
Hey, first of many.
You want to talk? Knicks and Cavs?
Yes, sir.
You want some numbers? Pay attention to these numbers.
Here you go again.
123 times in playoff history, a team has won the first 2 games of a best-of-7 by double digits. You follow? 114 times they've gone on to win the series, which means only 9 times has a team beaten those long odds, and 3 times it was Cleveland. Most recently last Sunday when the Cavs took Game 7 of the conference semis in Detroit. Now, can Cleveland break through in Game 3 of this series? Much will depend on getting their bigs more involved.
The second half, you guys kind of got away from Mobley. Your perspective on how that amounted?
I always tell him, sometimes it's on him to demand that, you know what I mean? And I'm not putting that on him at all. It's on all of us, and we'll go back and watch it. But for us and for him, we got to continue to feed him, and then he's got to continue to make the right play, which he's been every single time.
Everybody's trying to make something successful happen, and I think it's easy for our guards, especially who've had success in the past, shooting more of the shots. It's easier to let them do that. Can Evan and I dominate the game more by just going in the screens ourselves? I think that part of the process is on us. We've been doing this in the past. We've had success. Evan and I need to speak up more.
It did seem like you were particularly trying to look for Josh. Do you feel like it's on you to keep feeding that confidence?
Yeah. I'm really not trying to look for him. He just happens to be open. So I give him the ball. But I got the utmost confidence in him. I know we joke around a lot about his practice habits, but he does work hard.
Do you think the amount of assists he threw you today shows that he actually likes you as a person?
Nah.
Okay.
Because he missed me a couple times. I just try to go out there and just play my game. I'm never a huge analytics guy. They're a lamppost to a drunk person. You can lean on them, but it won't get you home. So at a certain point, you got to have a good feel for the game.
Oh, my God, man.
Well, you can always tell who's up 2-0 in a series just by watching the post-game interaction.
Yeah.
But there's Josh Hart, a man out for your own heart, with his look at analytics, quoting Jay Wright.
Yeah, that's my man. He played great, but I give Brunson credit because a lot of times, guys, when you come off a game like that, he didn't force it. The Cavs made a conscious effort, like, we're going to make you an assist guy. And then you give Josh credit. Like, he made the shots now, because right now he's rolling. But Brunson, to me, was the key. He says, like, okay, the Cavs made, because Kenny and Dre know this. You make so many adjustments from game to game, from 1 game to 2 games to 3 games to 4. They're like, we're not going to let Brunson go one-on-one. And Josh, he stepped up, plain and simple.
Those 14 assists for Jalen Brunson, the most by a Knick since 1998, when it was Charlie Ward who had.
Oh, that's right, Charlie Ward.
Hell of a football player, too.
Yeah, he can do it.
Quarterback.
And you can see an 18-1 run in Game 1, an 18-0 run in Game 2. More on the Knicks in just a second. I'm going to start with the Cavs. We talk about Evan Mobley, and we talk about a guy who had a 14-point first half and then did not take a shot in the second half. Is that on him? Is that on his teammates? Because we've pulled some clips of him in the second half. So take a gander at it, Draymond, and tell me, is it his teammates' fault? Is it his fault?
I think it's his fault. When you get to the second half, that 18-0 run, 18-1 run, that's not a mistake. New York turns up the physicality. And when they turn up the physicality, Evan Mobley seems to fade. And so if he's not going to play with a higher sense of physicality, you duck in, you backing up, you don't really want that ball. You're not really making yourself a target right there. So as the physicality goes up, he's fading right now. If he wants to be as dominant as he can be, he has to match their level of physicality or exceed it. And that's not where he excels.
See, at number one, Jay, that was really good, because that's why I think Jared Allen is the key. As good a player as Mobley is, he don't want physicality. And I'm going to disagree with Dre, too. That's both of their damn fault. Like, the coach has to say, Mobley's killing them. And first of all, before the game, he should say, we got 2 advantages, Mobley and Jared Allen. They can't match up with either one of those guys. We need to get those guys established, because when you get them established, it bleeds into other parts of their game. They rebound, they run the floor, they play defense. But Dre's point is well taken. To me, I keep saying the same thing. Kenny loves Mobley, and I like Mobley. But this guy right here, to me, is the key to the Cavs, because he can handle the physicality. Mobley is a outside, inside player. Jared Allen can do both of those. So if those 2 guys don't dominate, we're going on vacation Monday, Tuesday, because the Cavs going to get swept.
Well, but you're not saying Jared Allen could be an outside guy, too.
No, he's the only one to put Dre's point. Yeah. He can be the physical guy. To me, Mobley has to be, he can spread the floor, because they got Anunoby can't guard Jared Allen. Because, they put Cat on Mobley, so that leaves Anunoby on Jared Allen. That's why I think he should be the one dominating.
I disagree in this part. I don't even know if it's the coach's fault or Allen's fault. I guess I'm a 90s basketball baby. If I'm running the show, I'm going to be aware of who's in the penalty. I'm going to be aware of time and score, and I'm going to be aware of who hasn't touched the ball if I'm bringing it up and setting out offense. So I would never go 7 possessions and say Dream didn't touch the ball, or 6 possessions ago Drexler didn't touch the ball. And that's just, as a person who's running the team, that is on the guards. That is on Donovan Mitchell, and that's on James Harden. They have to be aware of all the things going on inside of the game. Draymond, you're the point forward for the Golden State Warriors, and I'm going to say in your championship years, if Clay did not get 6 to 7 shots in possessions, would you be looking for him?
I would for sure.
100. That's the end of the question. It doesn't matter. Mobley is a person who has to eat from someone else setting the table. He cannot bring it up. He has to eat from someone else. That someone else is that guy and Donovan Mitchell.
I agree with you to a certain extent, except they took over that series. Everyone said, oh, man, when they got blew out by 20 to the Hawks, they got mad. They started playing. That's not what happened. What happened is they start playing through, not to the Hawks. When they start playing through Evan Mobley against the Pistons, everything changed that series. Because what's happened James Harden's whole career and what's happened Donovan Mitchell's whole career is I actually think their coaches rely on them too much. And so they leave them in front of the defense trying to break everyone down. And that does not work at the highest level. And so what's happened, they start going to Evan Mobley. They ran their entire offense through the Pistons those last 5 games through Evan Mobley, and the game changed.
That's what I'm saying with basketball IQ. We have an advantage. I'm running the show from the guards. We have to make sure that our advantage is touching the basketball. We're great scorers, but we have to make sure that we have our advantage.
But that's the point. When they were doing that in game 1, they had a 20-point lead. Then they started going one-on-one and got stagnant, and the defense suffered. Because what happens is if they get the ball to Mobley and Allen, that's going to free Strus up. That's going to free Merrill up. It's going to free Donovan and James up. And that's what they were doing perfect in game 1. Then the last 6-8 minutes of that game, James and Donovan started going one-on-one. Everybody was standing around. Then Brunson he turned on the Brunson burner, and the rest is history. Is my tie straight? Jay Harris said my tie's not straight.
Why are you reading text?
Jay Harris from ESPN.
Oh. Yeah. When did he say that?
On my text chain.
Why don't you quit reading text while we're trying to work here, man?
We can't all talk at the same time, Jay.
I think it's just a pattern.
That's why you were.
It's an illusion.
That's why you were not paying attention to the Josh Hart soundbite about analytics.
Yeah, because my tie's more important than analytics. You know I hate analytics, Ernie.
Your tie's straight. Your neck is crooked.
Yeah. Let me ask you about the Knicks. Conference finals, they've lost 5 straight game 3s on the road. Mm-hmm. How do they win tonight? And from what you've seen, well, since the Atlanta series, anybody playing better than the New York Knicks?
There's no one playing better than the New York Knicks. They've been consistently good on both sides of the basketball. They're really connecting the game. They're using their defense to fuel their offense. And in turn, it's just not, we're just talking about Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. Because they're using their defense to fuel their offense, it's not just Jalen Brunson standing there in front of a defense. They're out in transition. Then when Jalen Brunson needs to make the play, they double team, he hit the open guy, and they're capitalizing. But there's no team playing better than the New York Knicks.
This game tonight has nothing to do with the Knicks. This is all about the Cavs. Like, when you're down 2-0 and come back home, it is a must win. The Cavs got to play with energy, desperation. They got to get their crowd in the game. The Knicks can play well, but this is all about the Cavs because you know as a player you cannot go down 3-0 or it's a wrap.
So the Knicks' last loss was exactly 1 month ago. Haven't lost since. They have won 9 straight.
This butt kicking tonight.
By
you think the Cavs are going to win tonight? The Cavs winning tonight.
You think so?
Yes. Hey, he texts, Al-Alabi texts, guaranteed, AA.
Man, y'all got to start dropping things again.
The look on your face like you thought something was coming out the field.
They got to start dropping things again, man. This is no fun.